Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, breaking down the maize and blue. They are on the practice field in Ann Arbor for the first day of spring practice, looking at the offensive and defensive lines with Justin Rowe. You see his name on the banner right there. That's his Twitter handle at Justin Rowe 92 Stadium and Main podcast. Please check him out and his work right there. All right, defensive line. Aiden Hutchinson's back. That was certainly a favorable outcome there. They could have gone the other way. So he anchors the line and will be joined by.
This is where I jump in. Okay, all right. He will be joined by a lot of different people. I think, having Aiden Hutchinson back is just really, it's key. I would be very concerned about this defensive line if Aiden Hutchinson was back. And honestly, it's just incredible to watch Kwity Paye now just continue to climb up the draft rankings. So I think that Michigan will miss him on the opposite side of Aiden. But there are so many guys that are going to come in and see time, I think, on the defensive line. So the overriding theme of this defensive line is guys need to have breakout years this year. You've got Donovan Jeter and Chris Hinton on the insides at nose tackle and defensive tackle positions. Those are guys that I think a lot of people, myself included, thought would be stars by now. Thought that maybe even would have been, Donovan Jeter's in his 5th year. I think we thought that he would probably leave early for the draft. It turns out he just hasn't panned out to what everyone thought that he would be. So when you add Donovan Jeter with Chris Hinton and then Mozzie Smith and Chris Hinton were both 4- and 5-star guys. They were really highly rated guys coming into Michigan. And now, Mozzie Smith still hasn't seen significant time. He's a redshirt junior. Chris Hinton is a junior as well who has not seen significant time. Michigan is going to need those guys to step up in the middle if they want this defensive line to be a force. And you need to obviously plug up the middle in order to let Aiden Hutchinson run around like a madman that he is and get to the quarterback. So it'll be on the inside, in my opinion. It'll be on those guys, Donovan Jeter, Mozzie Smith, Chris Hinton, to plug things up and really step up in order to let Aiden Hutchinson have the exact year that we are hoping for him to have. David Ojaba on the other side is going to be a guy that a lot of people have really, really high hopes for. So he's a guy that probably, without Kwity Paye in there, he would have been ready to play last year. Obviously, Kwity Paye is a very talented defensive end, so he saw the significant snaps there. But David Ojaba is a guy that a lot of people are very high on. He's a redshirt junior that I believe will start at the other side, the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson. Look to see Braden McGregor come in. He's a lot like Aiden. So he's a redshirt sophomore that hasn't seen much time yet. I think that he could have a breakout year as well and see some significant snaps on the edge as well. Some new guys that are coming in. So the big one was Michigan flipped Rayshon Benny from Michigan State on signing day. That was a huge sign. That was a huge recruit and commit for Michigan. He could have some snaps if he's game ready at the defensive tackle position, especially if Chris Hinton doesn't pan out. Gabe Newberg has come in. He's a junior that could see some significant time. George Rooks was a very, very big recruit as well that came in on the defensive end at the defensive end position as well. And TJ Guy is a freshman. I believe he was a 3-star too. They also got Ike Iwuna. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but he is a transfer that has coming in as well that I think could see some time too. So again, there's guys. It's not new faces in terms of the defensive line compared to the offensive line. It's guys that have been around the program, been put in there, given chances, but they have not stepped up to the plate. And so now it's really it's a nut up or shut up type of a thing for this defensive line. And so it'll be interesting to see. Sean Nua is the only defensive guy that's back now in terms of coaches. So Sean Nua is going to be the longest tenured coach who he's only been there for 2 years. on Michigan's defensive staff. It'll be really, really big on and on him to get this defensive line up and ready for Mike McDonald, new defensive coordinator.